Welcome back, everyone. This is a continuation of part 2 for the table runner. So we left off on part 1, the 3 rows that we were going to complete. We had an increase on the first row, no increase on the second, no increase on the third row. So that means we are row 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. I'm just going to go this length because I will be creating another tutorial in a similar pattern, a little bit different, with a longer table runner. So this one I'm going to leave it at this length, but we'll have the same effect as the flowers around it. So for this row, very simple. We're going to go up, chain 1, into the next space. Okay, never mind, chain 1. Okay, we closed in, slip stitch into the next space. I don't know where my head's at. Guess I'm just tired. Single. We are going to do single crochets all the way around on row 14. Nothing special, just single crochets all the way through, all the way around until the end. So no increase, nothing going on, just single crochets. I'll meet you at the end where the first one meets here. Okay, everyone, so we reached the end. I'm coming in with a slip stitch on my first single. Now, we're going into the next space, single. So first single, second single, third single. So we're going to have 3 singles, okay? Chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on your 7th. Single, next space, single, next space, single. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on your 7th. We're going to create the 3 singles again. 1 per space, and this whole row will be the same way. Now, we're going to get to the end and see if we have enough stitch to do exact amount. If not, we're going to cut a few stitches, or we're going to increase a few stitches. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So, lucky for me, this time around, doesn't always happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on my 7th one, right on my first single. You imagine that slip stitch. That is rare that it happens, especially when you're creative without any patterns or drawings. Okay, so we're going to go into the next single. Actually, we're going to do 1 chain, come back into the same one and do a single. No, we're not going to do that. Sorry. We're going to do slip stitch. I call it the walk. Okay, so we're going to slip stitch through the second single, slip stitch through the third, and we're going to come inside of the loop here with a single 2 chain. We're going to do 14 double crochets separated into 2 groups. That means 7 double crochets, 2 chain separation per space, and 7 more double crochets all inside of the space here. So 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1 chain separation, come back in, and 7 more. So we're going to have a total of 14. This is going to be the same way throughout the whole row, and then at the end we're cutting the thread and proceeding with the green for the leaves. 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now we have these 7. See if I can cut a little bit of the white here. We don't want it to white out. Maybe turn it this way. Now, we're going to come directly. So we have the middle single here, and right below this middle single, we have the other single, which we're going to do a front post single. Again, we're going to come into the other, oops, with the double crochet, sorry about that. So we did the front post single. Why am I keep doing this? I don't know. Coming inside of the loop with a single, and we're going to create 7 more double crochets. Well, 6 more with the one we went in. 7, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1 chain separation, space, and 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 double crochets. Right underneath the single, we have the other single here. Just going to come from the side into the front and pull your thread or your yarn through it with a single, and then back into the loop and create our 2 groups of 7 double crochet again, separated by 1 chain, or space if you want to call it by 1 chain, which is totally the same meaning to me, but my habit of saying separated because it's 2 groups, they're separated, right? 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 1 chain, and 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Again, into the middle one here. Right below, we have the other single. And create a single. So it's a 3D single, a front post single, if you want to call it. Okay, so do this all the way around your row. Like that. Okay. It looks funny now because it's not attached yet to the other rows, right? But then once we attach, it's going to become nice and flat like that. So I'll meet you at the end. And by the way, so we did row 14, which was the singles, the 3 singles, and the 7 chain, 15, and this is row 16 with a double, this the 2 groups of 7. So row 13, 14, 15, 16, row 16. Okay, so I'll meet you at the beginning with the green, because we're doing the leaves at row 17. So I'm at the very end I'm going to do my last front post, single, and I'm going to come here on the third space with a slip stitch. So I'm going to grab this thread to the back, and I'm going to hide it in between these loops back here. Just go through a few of them. I'm going to take one loop here and I'm going to make a knot with the thread. Just like that. And hide the rest of the thread so you're sure that nothing is going to come apart. And then just cut the excess. Okay, so we are on to the green for row 17. So I have this green, which is like an olive green. It's got a nice beautiful shine to it. Portuguese thread, 100%, 4-ply, and this would be the color number 23. Slip stitch knot. Let me just check here, make sure that I won't make any mistakes. Okay, so we're going to come right in the center, one motif and the other, where we did the front post. And right on it we have that middle single. We're going to come right through it with a single. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Why 8? 3 is for a double crochet and 5 for space. And here on the same space we're going to do a double crochet. So we'll have this little loop here. I wish I can hide this thread a little bit more, so I'm going to take it down because I prefer to hide it. So back into the same space like that with a loop. Now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 5. In the middle here where we have the 1 chain separation, we're going to come from the back to the front, into the back, and we're going to tie it here with a single right in the back. Okay, chain 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming in the front post again, we have that the middle double crochet there. We're going to do double crochet and chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, come back into the same space, double crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, we're going to come in the middle where we have that 1 chain separation between these 7, 2, 4, 6, 7, come right between it. Oops, not on top, sorry. In the bottom, single. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, repeat. Where we have the middle single here, you can see the big loop, double crochet, and chain 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're creating that big loop and double crochet in the same space. So this is what it looks like. Okay, try to put it like this so you can see it against the white. So row 17, I'll meet you at the end, and then I'm changing color. No, I'm not changing color. I'm continuing row 18 with the green. Okay, everyone, so I'm on to the last chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to come in and do, here I have my single that I started with, 1 and 2, that would be 3. So I'm going to come right inside here and close with a slip stitch. Trying to get like a wider part here so it doesn't, so you can see the stitch properly. Now I'm going to come inside of this big loop that we have, the 5 chain that we started. The big loops, we're going to be working inside of the big loops. So I'm going to have to fix this thread here from before at the beginning. This way, I guess. Okay, so single inside of the big loop, 2 chain, that would equal a double crochet. So we have 2 double crochet incomplete, 3 double crochet incomplete, 4 double crochet, and I'm going to do 5 this time. The small ones, they have 4 because they're smaller, and I'm going to close it at once. 1, 2, 3, chain. I'm going to come in and do again. Sorry, made a mistake. Oh my goodness, I guess I'm tired, right? Sorry about that. Okay, so single, 2 chain. I'm going to do 5 double crochets, complete, of course, not incomplete. Sorry about that. 3, 4, and 5. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm going to come in the first one here, and I'm going to close it up like a popcorn, like that. And then 1, 2, and 3. I'm coming back in and do 5 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to come in. I'm going to take the first double crochet here and close it up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chain 7. I'm coming into the next loop and create the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I come into the first one and close it up to all at once. 1, 2, 3. Coming back into the same space and create 5 more double crochets. So now we have our 5. I'm coming into the first one and close, get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to repeat the same thing all the way around. So this is row 18. And then we have 2 more rows after that, which is the flowers. And then the last row to close off around the flowers. Okay? So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we're pretty much on the last chain. I'm going to come into the first popcorn, right in the center here, and close it up with the slip stitch. I'm going to cut my thread and go into the orange for the flowers. Okay. Okay, so same thing, 4-ply 100% cotton thread, and this is number 18. Beautiful color. It's like an orangey salmon reddish. Okay, so slip stitch knot. You can grab any corner you'd like. We're going to repeat popcorns the same way as we just finished doing. And we have 1 more row left, and then we're done. So single, 2 chain, come inside and create 4 more double crochets. We have 4 and 5 with that chain that we went up. And come into the first one, exactly the same thing as we did the popcorn, and close it in. Chain 3 and do 5 more double crochets. Come into the first one. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, I believe row 19. I hope I didn't make a mistake calling it out. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to come right in the center where we have the single here. And we're going to close it this way with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your chain that's in there goes in between that single. And create your popcorns again. So very simple, nothing to it. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come into the first one, pull it through. 2, 3, chain 3, and 5 more. Three, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come into the center of your single. You have your chain here. You're going to go and cover it up with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And repeat the same thing all the way around. Okay, so after this I'm cutting my thread and going in with the cream for the last row. And 5 double crochets and close it in and chain 5 again. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. Okay. Okay, everyone, so we're pretty much at the end with the 5 chain. We're going to come in and close it right where we started with a slip stitch. And now we're going on to row, I believe 20. Just give it a knot to make sure that nothing is going to come apart. And then just go through some of the loops here because the next row is going to hide it anyway. And coming in with the cream, the off-white. Okay, last row. So you do your slip stitch knot, come into the center of your flowers, any one, it doesn't matter, single, 2 chain, this is equal a double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 double crochet. We're going to come into where we have where we close off the flower, and we're going to do a front post. Into the next chain, coming down, we're going to do 7 double crochets also. 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to come into the first single here where we started with the green and do a single front post and then back into the chain going up to the next flower. So we're going to do 7 again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, sorry, I made a mistake. I don't know what was going on with me here. Hold on. So we come down on the chain with 7, and now we have that 1 chain here, separation on the cream. We're going to go in and through the back of the single on the orange and do a single like that, okay? And then inside of the chain going up to the next flower, we do the 7 double crochets. Six and 7. We're going to come in from the side here and do a single front post. Come inside of the center between both popcorns, the flowers I would call them, and do 7 again, double crochets. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Come in from the inside again to the side and do your single front post again. coming in to the chain coming down again, we repeat the same thing, 7 double crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Again, we're going to grab the center, right where we have that one chain separation here. We're going to go in and through the side of the single here on the orange. Try that again. Into the side. And do a single. So you're going to close it off. And there it is. We're going to repeat this all the way around. Cut your thread, tuck in your loose ends, and we're pretty much done. I want to thank every single one of you for being part of this journey with me and creating these beautiful pieces. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up. It's very important to circulate the video. Share with your friends and family on Facebook. Put it public. Follow me on my Facebook page, or join me on my Facebook group, or you can go into my Instagram, and I will see you in the next tutorial. We'll have everything in display at the end. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.